Welcome to another Parishioner Spotlight. And this week we have Deacon Greg Leisure, newly to our Holy Angels Parish, about 1 month now.
About a month.
And tell us about yourself.
Well, first off,
welcome. Welcome to Holy Angels.
Just some quick background then. Yeah. Married to Ann for 41 years. And as most deacons know, every good deacon has a great wife behind him, so that's certainly the case with me. So a good partner in ministry for me. I'm a deacon because of Annie, really. So wonderful wife. I have 3 grown children, 4 grandkids. Cincinnati native. Been here in Cleveland for more than half my life now, so now I consider myself a Clevelander.
So what brought you to Cleveland?
A job.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 1983.
Okay. And where are your children now?
I have one in, the baby is in Chicago. That's Allison. Michael's down in Westchester, which is down between Dayton and Cincinnati. He's an engineer. And then Kate's in Madison, just east of us. So we've been in South Russell for about 2.5 years. Okay. So we relocated from Mentor, where I was serving as a deacon at St. John Vianney. I was there for 15 years. So.
How long have you been a deacon?
For 15. So it was 15 in May. So yeah, it's great.
So this is your second assignment? This
is my second assignment. Yeah, it's always a little scary going into a new assignment. So, you know, that's the thing. It's like, oh my gosh, change is so hard. It's new place, new people, starting over. But, you know, I was a little scared too. But I got to tell you, it's been joy-filled so far. Yeah. So I've landed in a really good place, and I love the people here. I love the vibe. I love the way people just participate in the Mass. As you know, I love to sing. Yeah. To see everybody participate and really enjoy the Eucharist, and so many good things being done here. So many engaged people. It's really exciting. Yeah. And also like having Jerry here too. You know, having a deacon mentor, because I've never worked with a deacon before in parish work. So to have Jerry here, and in deacon years, he's 20 years ahead of me. So that's like a whole generation of deacons. You know, so it's huge, because we as my generation of deacons, we stand on the shoulders of giants like Jerry, you know, that kind of paved the way. Mm-hmm. So to really understand diaconate from his perspective and have a partner in ministry is a really cool thing. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, to me, it's a blessing to be here in this parish, and again, you're a wonderful addition. I can't wait to see you just do even more, blossom even more. You fit in perfectly like a glove, you know, like you were meant to be here.
Everybody told me, they said, hey, you're going to love it there. It's a good fit, great place. And yeah, I'm glad I landed here. So I'm blessed. Yeah.
So what else would you like to share about us, or share with us?
And work life, I'm still working, kind of retirement's sort of looming probably within the next year. I'm an administrator in imaging radiology for Cleveland Clinic. So I have a big day job right now, a lot of responsibility, but diaconate I find time for. It's an important part of who I am in my life here. So deacons are really commissioned and they're ordained to be in the world, out among people. So I really love being a deacon out in the world. So,
So have you made plans for your retirement yet?
No, that's the scary thing. I think retirement's scarier than changing parishes. You know, it's like, what am I going to do? That's a big change. Yeah. You know, when you're used to getting up and working 8-10 hours and having a life outside of the home, it's scary. I mean, Annie retired in May, so she preceded me in retirement, and she's adjusted well. So she's helping me understand how to retire. Yeah. So I don't know what retirement will look like. I don't have a lot of hobbies, so we do have a cottage out on Lake Erie and Conneaut that we like to get out to on the weekends in the summertime. So that's sort of my place of refuge, if you will, place to get away. My little slice of peace is that little cottage we have up in Conneaut. So,
yeah. So, tell us more about Annie.
Annie is Kelly, so she's Irish, Slovenian. Annie is holier than me, I'll say. I said I'm only a deacon because of her. I come from a large family, and you'd think that we were uber Catholic. I'm one of 11. My dad was an only child. My mother had one brother, but they're both converts to the faith. Okay. So they weren't they weren't formed like most people were formed in the faith as converts. They were converted back in the mid-50s. My dad, God bless him, he got us to church every Sunday, no matter where we were. And so he was instrumental in my early faith formation, just because he couldn't teach it, to make sure that we had resources that we understood our faith. Mm-hmm. But I really didn't have a Catholic life per se until I met Edie, who came from a very traditional Irish Catholic upbringing in Philadelphia, had a lot of Catholic traditions, prayed all the time. Now, growing up, we never prayed at all, ever, in the home, not even grace. It was kind of something that just wasn't taught to my parents. It wasn't part of who they were. Mm-hmm. But Annie brought all that tradition into my life. And then I got active in ministry when we were raising the kids at St. Mary Magdalene in Willowwick. And then one thing led to another, so yeah. Good woman, that Annie.
Yeah.
I like being a deacon. Things I like to do, I like to teach. Mainly because when I teach, I learn things all the time myself. Okay. I never come at it like I'm an expert in anything. I love to teach and learn and grow in my own faith at the same time. And I think that's important when you take a position like that, to have a little humility to know that you don't know it all. Because if you think you know it all, you just can't grow. And I think that's the most important thing as a deacon, is to help people grow in faith. And there's nothing more exciting than growing along with them.
So do you have plans here of things you'd like to do? You say you like to teach.
I like to teach. Do some things probably never done before. Annie and I are going to do some PSR. Okay. We never did it at St. John Vianney because it was on Sunday morning, and there's a lot of conflicts on Sunday when you're a deacon to take on PSR too. So now that it's on a Monday, Tuesday in the evening, that kind of fits our schedule. So looking forward to doing that. I've done some adoration stuff for the first time. We never did any of that at St. John Vianney. So it's kind of cool to do new things. Yeah. I'm at a new place. I'm just like, well, let me try that. I haven't done that before. So that's exciting for me. Yeah. I did a lot of men's ministry at St. John Vianney. At some point, I'd like to get into some men's ministry. That was kind of a focus of my ministry for a long time at St. John Vianney, is just helping men come to understand who they are as children of God. Because let's face it, we have a very feminine church. Yeah. A lot of our leadership is run by the women in our parishes, and it's important for men to understand their role in the church as well, and the difference they make in the lives of their kids and their grandkids and their co-workers and their friends and everyone around them. So help them grow in faith.
Do you have any questions for Deacon Greg? If you do, he's around. So take some time, get to know him. He's part of the family now.
I'm really horrible with names, so please be patient. It's probably going to take about 2 or 3 or 4 or 40 times before I'll get your name right, but everybody's been gracious, and really looking forward to getting to meet so many more of the parishioners here at Holy Angels. So thank you.
Well, if it only takes you 40 times, you're doing way better than me.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So, Parishioner Spotlight, Deacon Greg. Make sure you give him a big hug and welcome him into the family. So we'll see you at 5 with Father. Thank you for being here, taking time out of your day.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you in a few.